What's up, YouTube? You know I had to do it again. I am ill. I am mentally ill. I went and got more Star Wars 3.75 figures. I'm officially addicted again. I mean, I have so many of these, and I don't really even know where to put them, honestly. That's why I slowed down on buying them for such a long time, but they just keep putting out new ones from this collector shop near me, and I got a bunch today for what I think are some pretty good prices. And just like a lot of figures that I wanted for like a long time, or just figures that I was like, why not just pick it up right now since I'm picking up a bunch of other ones. And I just figured I'd show them off. Starting with Pablo Gel, or Pablo Gel. This guy is pretty cool. I believe this is like a Saga Collection figure. Comes with a stand, just a generic stand of that era. Really cool sculpt. I know there's a better one down the line in the 3.75 Black Series. And I do think it kind of sucks that there's no joint here to move the shoulders up and down. It's just more like a back and forth motion, but it is what it is. I like this little pose that he's in. There's his lightsaber. He's a freaky looking guy, I can tell you that much. And then we got this Comic Infinities 2-pack with Princess Leia and Darth Vader. I actually had both of these figures when I was younger and lost them, of course, but I like this Leia's attire. It's pretty cool. This hit scan could be a little bit better, I think, but I like this unique lightsaber hilt. Pretty cool overall design on this Leia. And this Vader is really the highlight for me. I think this Vader looks so cool with like the McFarlane-inspired, more sleek samurai helmet. Like the more Rebels-inspired helmet. And then, well, I mean, it wasn't inspired by Rebels at this point, but you know what I'm saying. Look at this cape sculpt. I mean, that looks so cool. Kind of makes him look like Batman, but it is awesome. Look at the sculpting there. Then you can take off the helmet. Yeah. See some battle damage here in the shoulder. And you can take off this chest piece to reveal a piece of the Bionic Man underneath. Next up, I've got the Comic 2-pack of Talon Card and Grand Admiral Thrawn. I had to get this 2-pack because it's like the only Talon Card figure that Hasbro has ever made. I seriously doubt if we'll ever get a Black Series of him. I mean, you never know. You never know. But I seriously doubt he's ever going to get another 3.75 figure, if anything. And this Thrawn is just so cool with the Salamiri. Unlike his first 3.75 figure, he does not come with gloves here. And I like this figure. I like the articulation here. I like the face scan. I like the Salamiri sculpt very much. Talon Card figure is just too cool. I mean, what a cool character. Love his character in the Zahn trilogy. This is just such a cool figure to have in the collection. I simply could not pass these up. Next up, we've got the Star Wars, the 30th anniversary line. Darth Revan. I originally had this in my collection. My dad had gotten this for me when it came out in the 30th anniversary line's heyday. And I ended up selling it at some point. I needed money, but I just got this guy back today for a very, very reasonable price. And I'm glad to have him back. This is the first iteration of Darth Revan in figure form by Hasbro. And as you can see, the hilt is basically just like an Obi-Wan Kenobi Phantom Menace Attack of the Clones hilt with a red blade. I don't know what they were doing there. Because then they made a new hilt, it seems, for this figure, but it's not ignited with a purple blade, which I find confusing to have one blade ignited but not this one, but I mean, it is what it is, man. They were trying, I guess. Next figure we've got here is from a battle pack with an Anakin, Obi-Wan, General Grievous, and a Yoda. I actually also had this when I was a kid. My Papa Bob bought me this. I think it was like a Target exclusive battle pack or something like that. And this was one of the first 3.75 Asajj Ventress figures next to the Clone Wars adaptation accurate Asajj Ventress figure that came out. I love the kind of like live actionification that they went with here for this figure. Just great sculpting. The hilts are cool too. And then we've got Mi-Yum Onith, is how I think you say his name, or Mi-Yum Onith. Either way, here he is. I got another Cantina guy. I believe this piece of the bar set also connects to the Hellrat figure that I got in my last 3.75 Star Wars haul on the channel. Check that out, link down below if you want to check that out too. And this guy is very cool. I saw this guy and I immediately had to get this guy. Comes with this cool little blue cup. Look at the sculpt there on that snout, on that face. I really like the overall sculpt of the outfit too. Comes with a little blaster there. Yeah, really nice figure from the 30th anniversary line. He also comes with a stand, which is cool too. And the set I was most excited for is this Evolution Sith 3-pack with Darth Bane, Darth Nihilus, and Darth Maul. One of Darth Bane's obelisk armor gauntlets was missing. I didn't realize that when I bought it, and he comes with this one. But it's not like he's gonna wear them all the time, so it's not a big deal. And I think he looks pretty cool as is. Looking at Darth Maul, he's probably the most unimpressive of the bunch. The head scan is not amazing. The horns aren't really that great. The eye placement is kind of subpar. The coloring throughout the figure and the paints are a little bit inconsistent here and there. The hilt is actually painted on this Darth Maul's lightsaber. Got the cloth apron with like a plastic overlay apron coming down. Not a bad figure, but not as impressive as the other two in the set, I'd say. And we've got this Darth Bane with obelisk armor on. This is really, really cool. This is an awesome piece with the purple lightsaber. And look at this cloak. Look at this cloak. Look at this cape. Look at the way this is sculpted. This is beautiful. And the two popped collars. I mean, that is so awesome with this hand placement. The new hilt sculpt, that is awesome. The mask does come off. You can take it off, and there you go. That is so cool. That is so cool. Look at that head scan. You can take this off too, but I don't want to. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the newer canon Clone Wars Darth Bane appearance, but I just think this is so cool. You know, this figure may very well be the last time we get this particular Bane appearance in figure form, at least anytime soon. And then we get this Darth Nihilus. This might be a hot take. I think this Nihilus is one of the best Nihilus figures of all time. I just think they really knocked it out of the park here. All new sculpt. Look at this. Look at this. This is a whole new sculpt it looks like when they made this figure back then. I mean, and look at this cape. This is a good Nihilus cape right here. This is quality on the level that the Black Series just hasn't touched for Nihilus, in my opinion. The new hilt there, I mean, all this is fantastic. And it looks like there's a headpiece inside of this hood piece, so you can move the head around, you know, way more independently in the hood than you can with any Black Series figure. So I really think they knocked it out of the park with this Nihilus figure from the start, really. I think this was a very successful haul, honestly. I'm going to have to go back if they buy me off with something crazier, alright? Because today I was mainly going back to get the Trifecta of Evil Evolution 3-pack, as I'm calling it right now, of Darth Bane, Darth Maul, and Darth Nihilus, and they still had it, and they had a bunch of other new ones, including the Darth Talon and the Admiral Thrawn and other guys here, so yeah, I think I got the Evolution 3-pack of the Sith for $50, which was the most expensive thing I got. Got the Cantina Patron for $16, Talon Card, Grand Admiral Thrawn for $25, Saj Ventress, $15, Infinity's 2-pack, $12, and $12. So I feel like I made it out of there pretty well. Let me know down in the comments what were your favorite figures that I got here. If you'd be interested in seeing more Star Wars 3.75 videos on this channel, definitely getting a little bit more into that, so that might be a thing that's frequenting the channel a little bit more, content-wise. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Devonius, out.